Guilty by Association 4. You know, this all started 3 years ago. They said we wouldn't last. They said we'd be a flash in the pan. They said we couldn't live up to the hype. Well, they miscalculated. They misjudged. They were wrong. You know why? Because while other people were out putting out press reports about being the next big thing, we were doing the little things to make sure we would be. And while people were out talking about changing Texas wrestling, we were out there doing it. They said we'd hot-shot the territory. They said we'd kill Texas wrestling. Well, guess what we did? Because we are Texas wrestling, and we are so much more than just Texas wrestling. We are ACW, and January 17th is our marquee event, 9/12 Red River Mohawk. So join us for Guilty by Association 4. You know, it's a well-known fact that Smurfs and robots are bitter enemies, and the war just might come to an end at Guilty by Association 4. July 19th, JC Bravo cost Super Electro the U30 title, and at Showtime's birthday bash, a reprogrammed Super Electro chokeslammed JC Bravo straight to hell. So at Guilty by Association 4, JC Bravo will meet Super Electro in a last man standing match. On the recent promo reel, Gary J and Davey Vega laid out a challenge for a tag team gauntlet. And as usual, it didn't take long for that challenge to be answered, especially on the biggest show of the year. So far we've gotten answers from the Smurf Nation, the Lost Boys, and the Rolling Stone. And hopefully this year, no one will go through a wall. June 7th, Robert Evans entered the world of Anarchy and was unlike anything we'd ever seen. You know, quite frankly, he was everything Anarchy wasn't, and from day one, he was under the skin of Darren Childs. And on July 19th, things just escalated when he pinned Darren Childs for the U30 title, when quite frankly, he stole the U30 title. So at Guilty by Association 4, it'll be Darren Childs versus Robert Evans one-on-one, and Robert Evans will pick the stipulation. On December 20th, Spiro felt slighted when one-man Mike Dell picked Showtime Scott Summers to be his dream tag team partner instead of the TakeOver Enforcer. So he asked the ACW office for a sacrificial lamb at Guilty by Association. Well, instead we found him a wolf, and Chris Wolf. So we'll see, can Chris Wolf survive the new ornery and focused Spiro? At last year's Guilty by Association, Junior Garza stood side by side with his brother, and since that time, he's had wars with the Children of Pain. He's removed his brother from ACW. He's entered the world of hardcore and held the ACW hardcore title. Hell, he even went one-on-one with Masada in a brutal, bloody Big Japan style death match. But now he's focused on Jacobs Pliskin. And after costing him repeated matches, on December 20th, Jacobs Pliskin stepped into the hardcore world of Junior Garza. But at Guilty by Association, Junior Garza will have to step in the world of submission with Jacobs Pliskin in an I Quit match. In an ACW Dream match, ACH, the Last Dragon, a man that's undefeated in ACW competition, takes on JT LaMotta, the mind of wrestling, and a man that's undefeated at Guilty by Association. These two men are consummate professionals, and no one will jump higher, fly further, or hit harder. And somebody has to lose. You know what? In this match, we've thrown out the time limits. Presley's not going to DQ anybody. There has to be a winner, and there has to be a loser. Seriously, what the fuck, man? I've never heard of a terrifyingly dreadful, scary ninja match of doom. And I watch a shitload of indie wrestling. So basically, it's like the Duchess of Queensberry match, and she's really not going to tell us what's going on until the event, right? She's basically just going to fuck Rachel out of the ACW Joshi title. Awesome. Let's do this. At Guilty by Association 4, Rachel Summerlyn will take on Portia Perez in a Portia Perez's terrifyingly dreadful, scary ninja match of doom for the ACW Joshi title.
Portia, let's cut the BS. I know on December 20th that you wanted to be there to fight against me, but you couldn't. You were stuck in the Northeast in Syracuse, New York. I know, though, that you're a fighter. You're not some coward like you have everybody else thinking. I've seen you in a street fight. Hell, I've practically seen you try to kill a baby. A baby. You know what, though? I don't know what you have concocted for January 17th with your match of doom, but it is going to be a war unlike any other that you've been a part of. And on January 17th, I will take my belt from you that you stole from me. You stole right out from under me. And I will take it and claim what is rightfully mine. That is the American Joshi Championship.
14 months ago, the Submission Squad won the ACW Tag Team titles. And a mere 3 hours later, were defeated for those belts in an impromptu title match with Jerry Lynn and Showtime Scott Summers. So here we are, Guilty by Association 4, round 3, and the Submission Squad says they will not submit against a team that cannot be beaten, as the Submission Squad of Pierre Abernathy and Evan Jalestico take on Showtime Scott Summers and Jerry Lynn for the ACW Tag Team titles. In a little American Joshi action, Lily May looks for redemption after tasting the poison, as she's asked for a one-on-one match with Lady Poison. And it's gonna happen at Guilty by Association 4 on June 7th. One man Mike Dell promised Sean Vex the first shot at the ACW heavyweight title if he was able to defeat JT LaMotta. Well, one man Mike Dell went on to defeat JT LaMotta and capture the ACW heavyweight title. But Sean Vex's title shot never came. So Sean Vex got it the hard way. He scratched and clawed his way to the 4-way one fall to a finish match at the Lone Star Classic. And he won that match and cemented himself in the main event at Guilty by Association. So we'll see, can Sean Vex do what Eric Cannon, Jacob Spliskin, Masada, hell, what Paul London couldn't do, and defeat Mike Dell for the ACW heavyweight title? You know, a lot of people say Mike Dell is looking past this match to his February encounter with JT LaMotta. But don't sleep on Sean Vex, because this is the most important match in Sean Vex's career. Hell, this is the most important night in Sean Vex's life. And that belt is the most important thing in Mike Dell's life. So something has to give. January 17th, ACW presents its flagship event, Guilty by Association 4, 912 Red River, Mohawk. For tickets and further information, please visit www.anarchychampionshipwrestling.com.